Be ready at the rate 100 words per minute. Your dictation starts within 5 seconds. Start. Sir, I am thankful to the members for expressing their views in very unequivocal terms and also for the various constructive suggestions that they have made, and I would like to say that the government would always welcome positive and constructive suggestions which would help in the more efficient management of the sugarcane growers, consumers and the producers. Before I go into some of the specific points raised by members, I would like to give a little background. So, members would recall that it was under the leadership of our late beloved Prime Minister Shrimati Indira Gandhi that the country emerged as the largest cane sugar producing country in the world when our production has exceeded 8 million tons. The years of plenty of sugar production led to increased consumer consumption, and despite the decline in production in the next 2 seasons due to widespread drought and adverse agroclimatic factors, this government had ensured that sugar was available at a reasonable price. When it was seen that the vested interests had tried to reap unjustified gains by speculation and hoarding, the government had resorted to imports to the extent necessary in order to keep the overall availability of this essential commodity at a reasonable level and at a reasonable price to the consumers. This is to illustrate how this government has acted with responsibility both in times of plenty and in times of reduced production. It is needless for me to refresh the memories of the honorable members as to what happened in 1977-78 when the government of the day was unable to handle the situation of plenty and decided to control this essential industry, which led not merely to a serious setback to the industry but also to the millions of the farmers. Our memories are fresh with the instances of large scale cane burning which had taken place in the heartland of sugarcane cultivation, namely Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and other places. The consumers were forced to pay as high a price as rupees 10 to rupees 12 per kilo because production had declined subsequent to the decision to control. Sir, I am obliged to relate these facts only to clarify the concern shown by this government, which by contracts would go to show our genuine concern for all sections of the economy. Notwithstanding the decline in sugar production due to adverse agroclimatic conditions, this government had protected the consumers with a more stable price. We have also in the last 2 years started the announcement of the sugarcane price in advance of the sowing season, which would infuse a greater degree of confidence in the minds of the farmers so that they can be assured of the statutory floor price for their produce. The government has announced the long-term sugar policy for the first time, and its decisions have basically been promoted by its genuine concern not merely to harmonize the interests of the concerned, namely the consumers, sub-cane growers. Stop.